Yo guys, what is up? Today I'm gonna be talking about why I decided to stop smoking weed after 7 years. So quick backstory. I started smoking weed, or well, I smoked weed for the first time when I was 15 years old. I'm not gonna go into that whole story, maybe I'll make a separate video on that. But I smoked weed for the first time when I was 15, and I smoked weed for the last time when I was 22. I'm 23 now. So it was about almost a year ago that I stopped smoking weed. So yeah, I smoked weed for the first time when I was 15. And I didn't really smoke that much again after the first time. But when I got into high school, started smoking a fuck ton of weed, like a lot. Like I was a full blown stoner. Like I don't have any of my stoner things anymore, like my bongs or pipes or whatever the fuck. But I do have growing lights still laying around and shit like that. Um, so yeah, I was a full blown stoner. I smoked weed every day for maybe like 2 or 3 years straight, literally every single day, like before school, during school, after school, during the night before I go to sleep, when I wake up, like literally all the time. Like it was just me. That was my whole personality was being a stoner. So like my identity was really mixed in with being a stoner, and it's all I did basically was smoke weed. And I mean, it was all like it wasn't good. Like I wouldn't say it was good at all. Definitely not. I think it's very unhealthy mentally. Like I wasn't doing anything besides smoking weed. Like I wasn't looking after myself. I wasn't doing shit in school. I was doing shit in school, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I wasn't really doing anything else besides smoking and like playing video games and hanging out with my friends who were also stoners. And yeah, basically I had zero ambition until I left school and I was like, shit, I need to like um do something with my life. That was yeah, so that was when I was just as I turned 19, I left school. So then I've been smoking for 4 years already. I had goals, but weed was still there. It was still around. Like sometimes I would not smoke for a month, and then I would smoke again for like a few months, and like just all the progress I made towards goals or improving myself just fucking disappeared. And I just went back to like laying on the couch and smoking weed, which isn't fun. I mean, if you have nothing to do, I guess it could be fun. But if you're striving towards something and you're trying to go somewhere and do something, I don't think weed's really good, because you'll just do nothing. Um, as you guys probably know, the whole dopamine thing in your brain, like it makes you feel like you are doing something when you smoke weed, but in actuality, you're not doing anything productive. So this went on for a while, and like I got kind of frustrated because like I would make progress with my goals, or like I would do some good, and then I would go back to smoking weed, or like just one day I'll be like, huh, I want to smoke weed again. Then I go smoking weed, and like I just stop working as hard, and then I'll start hanging out with like the stoners again, and then they don't really do much. No offense to all the stoners in the world, this is just my personal experience. They just didn't do much, and it kind of rubbed off on me. But I was so tied in with weed, so it was kind of hard for me to stop. Like it was such a big part of my identity at the time. I just couldn't see. I just couldn't think that I could stop. But eventually I did, obviously, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the biggest reason why I stopped smoking weed after all these years is because it was kind of slowing me down, and I was like, I don't want to regret smoking weed and not achieving my goals. Like, let me rather stop. And it was hard to stop, honestly, because my whole life was built around it. Like, I had fucking weed plants everywhere, and I had everything. Everything in my room was weed related. All my friends were weed related. Um, so it was kind of hard to stop for a while, but eventually I did do it, and I'm very thankful that I did because life's so much fucking better without it. Like, my relationships are better. My mental health is better. My physical health is better. I've hit and reached many of my goals since I've stopped smoking. So I mean, it's fucking awesome to not smoke. Will I ever smoke again? I don't know. I doubt it. Seriously, I doubt it. I don't want to. Like, I really, really don't want to. I haven't relapsed. and I don't think I ever will. Like, I don't even know exactly when I stopped because I don't want to think about it that much. I just stopped. What was the hardest thing about stopping? Oh well, what was the hardest thing that kept me from stopping? In my specific situation, it was bad friends, honestly. I wouldn't say bad friends, like they're good people. I just mean stoner friends. And they would come, like, bro, I would go hit the gym with my friend, and then, like, I would want to come home back to work, and, and it's not even his fault, or, like, not even their fault, it's my fault, obviously. Um, I would go hit the gym with him and then come back home and I want to work, but then he would pack a bong and I would be like, alright, let me smoke too. And it just fucked me up. Um, and I couldn't do any work. I fucked up a lot because of weed, like a lot of opportunities because I like would do good, as I said, and then I would go back to smoking and I would become lazy and unproductive and then I would fuck shit up. Do I miss smoking? Fuck no. Not at all. How did I stop? Well, actually, I'm gonna make another video about that, I think, separately. If this, yeah, I'll probably make a separate video on that. How I stopped. But yeah, the hardest thing was actually getting myself to say no to weed. But I fixed that and figured it out. And then, yeah, that's basically it. That's why I stopped smoking is because it was slowing me down. And it took me a long time to actually stop. Like I knew it was bad after I left school. I knew it was bad, but I couldn't stop. And I don't think I really wanted to. It's mad addicting. It is addicting. Weed is addicting for sure. So yeah, that's why I stopped. It slowed me down. Didn't want none of that. And life's better without it. If you're considering to stop smoking, bro, fucking do it. Or yeah, like do it. Like literally do it, bro. It's literally life is so much better without weed. It really is. And this is coming from someone who fucking loved the weed, bro. Like I loved it. Like you don't understand, bro. Like I was a stoner, like deep, bro. Like I would fight for weed. Like I would probably go on a protest for weed. You know what I mean? Um, if you're considering to stop, fucking do it. I'll make a video on how I did it personally because it was hard. I don't think it's that hard for everybody because some people are maybe just occasional smokers. But if it's like what you do all day, every day, I think it's kind of hard to stop and get out of that. Um, but it's possible. It is. A lot of people have done it, I'm sure. I don't know them personally, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people. I mean, people stop fucking taking heroin and shit like that. You can stop smoking weed. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It feels like it's hard, but it's not. And if you have big goals, shit, I'm pretty sure you don't have to stop smoking, but I would still highly recommend it because you're way more productive without it. Way more ambition, healthy dopamine levels and shit. You know, all that science shit. So yeah, that's why I stopped smoking. There's kind of a fuck it. I'm just gonna upload this video as it is. Yeah.